to the TokyoBill Weekly Update, stories around Japan of interest to me, TokyoBill. Today is September 27th, 2025. Tokyo-based pharmaceutical company SSP will introduce Cialis as Japan's first over-the-counter erectile dysfunction drug. A health ministry panel has approved the tablet for non-prescription use, but customers must be at least 18 years old and have their age confirmed by a pharmacist. Starting in May next year, it will also be possible for online purchase following a pharmacist consult. Possible side effects of Cialis, generic name tadalafil, include hypersensitivity, muscle pain, and headache. The decision to ease access is in response to the pressure men feel about seeing a doctor and the risks of ordering the drug from overseas. Similar OTC approval has occurred in Britain and 3 other European countries. The Tokyo University of Science is advancing sodium-ion battery technology as a sustainable alternative to lithium-ion batteries amidst concerns of lithium scarcity. The challenge is how to overcome capacity reduction, which is due to the effect of manganese used in sodium manganese oxide cathodes. Exploring this, the team, led by Professor Shinichi Komaba, discovered that addition of the element scandium enhances battery performance and structural stability by improving crystal integrity and moisture resistance. These findings suggest a promising future for sodium-ion batteries, with potential applications also benefiting other layered metal oxide battery technologies. The study demonstrates 60% capacity retention after 300 cycles, indicating a significant step forward in developing efficient and sustainable energy storage solutions. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh were in Japan for a 3-day royal visit, beginning with a reception at the British ambassador's residence in Tokyo on Friday. They met with Crown Prince Akishino, Crown Princess Kiko, and their son Prince Hisahito. The couple also visited Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako at the Imperial Palace and participated in a tree planting ceremony at the Akasaka State Guest House, commemorating Queen Elizabeth's 1975 visit. Their itinerary included attending a wrestling match at the National Sumo Arena and visiting the UK and Japanese pavilions at Expo 2025 in Osaka, as well as Koyasan, a sacred Shingon Buddhist monastery. The couple's visit aims to enhance relations between Britain and Japan, concurring with other diplomatic events including Prince Edward's visit to Papua New Guinea. The race for the leadership of Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party has begun as of Monday, following Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's decision to resign after election losses. 5 candidates have filed their candidacy papers: former Economic Security Minister Takeyuki Kobayashi, former LDP Secretary General Toshimitsu Motegi, Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi, former Economic Security Minister Sanae Takaichi, and Agriculture Minister Shinjiro Koizumi. They seek to secure votes from a total of 590 ballots, with 295 from LDP Diet members and the rest from local members. The campaign lasts 12 days with debates and rallies in major cities. If no candidate receives over half the votes, a runoff will occur. Vote counting is scheduled for October 4th. Japan has experienced 69 bear attacks so far this year, close to the record high of 71, resulting in 5 fatalities. With limits on hunting and disruptions to normal seasonal temperatures and recent food scarcity, the higher-than-normal bear population has been encroaching on rural areas. Staying alert in these areas is crucial, and a smartphone app has been gaining popularity to help users track bear sightings. The Bo Bear app relies on user input, so its effectiveness depends on active participation by marking bear sightings on a map. Bo Bear can also play a barking dog sound to deter bears, though its creators don't guarantee this will be effective. Still, with over 100,000 downloads, it shows that people are taking the threat of a bear encounter fairly seriously. Toyoaki City Council in Aichi Prefecture passed an ordinance limiting smartphone use to 2 hours outside work or study as a means to control overuse of mobile devices, especially among school children. This rule will be in effect for all local citizens starting October 1st, but has no enforcement or penalties. While supporters believe it will help prevent device addiction, critics argue that smartphone use is a family matter and can provide an important refuge for children. 12 of 19 councillors voted in favor of the ordinance, which is non-binding and serves more as a guidance. Toyoaki Mayor Masafumi Koki emphasized that the 2-hour limit is just a suggestion for citizens to reflect on their smartphone habits for better health and sleep habits. In tech news, SoftBank reported a successful test of their 5G system from an aircraft as a simulation of their high-altitude platform station, HAPS. As the name suggests, HAPS satellites operate in high Earth orbit in the stratosphere. The altitude offers advantages like lower latency and less Doppler shifting than lower altitude satellites experience. From an aircraft flying at 3,000 meters, SoftBank's system connected ground infrastructure to users, proving that HAPS nodes can function as intelligent base stations, not just as data relays. Compared to current satellite systems, HAPS can cover larger areas more effectively, as well as offering coverage of areas where land-based towers are absent. Genetic testing has proved useful when investigating seafood products, and especially useful for sourcing hard-to-track eel products. A recent study by researchers from Chuo University in Japan and National Taiwan University found that over 99% of eel products sold in 11 countries come from 3 endangered species. Using DNA barcoding, they tested 282 eel products from across the globe and discovered that American eel was the most prevalent, Japanese eel a close second, and a few European species. The study showed that American eel represents 75% of the global distribution, with consumption mainly concentrated in East Asia, especially in China and Japan. In June, the European Union proposed export restrictions on all eel species due to concerns about extinction. Nissan Motor Company has ended its sponsorship deal with City Football Group, the owners of Manchester City, in a cost-cutting effort amid financial struggles. This deal, signed in 2014, helped promote the Nissan brand through football. Nissan is focused on restoring profitability by restructuring, including cutting its workforce and reducing production. The company reported a net loss of 670 billion yen, or $4.5 billion US, for fiscal 2024 due to poor sales in the United States and China. Nissan has also approached the Yokohama municipal government to lower its naming rights fee for a stadium and 2 facilities to 50 million yen a year, less than half the current cost. The average monthly spending on clothing and footwear per person in Japan last year was half of what it was at its peak in 1991. A study based on government data from 1985 to 2024 showed that people are cutting back on spending due to tight budgets. The number of clothing items purchased has also decreased. Experts suggest that spending on clothing is easier to reduce compared to fixed costs like food. The decline may also be linked to the rise of fast fashion and second-hand clothing options. Spending on traditional Japanese clothing dropped by over 86%, and children's clothing also saw significant decreases. The lowest recorded spending was in 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic at 2,972 yen. Apple CEO Tim Cook visited Japan for the first time in nearly 3 years, arriving on the 23rd. He visited the flagship Apple store in Tokyo's Ginza district, which reopened on Friday. Cook expressed his happiness about returning to Japan and noted the Ginza store's significance as the first Apple store outside the United States, highlighting the strong connection with Japanese customers and the local community. His visit comes as Japan prepares to enforce a new law aimed at regulating smartphone software, which affects major companies like Apple and Google. The law will take effect on December 18th and covers smartphone operating systems, app stores, browsers, and search engines. False claims regarding the Kita-Kyushu municipal government's implementation of Muslim-friendly school lunches have led to over 1,000 complaints from September 19th to the 22nd, disrupting city operations. The misinformation alleged that a petition from an Afghan Muslim woman for pork-free lunches was approved, which was not true. The petition had been accepted for review, but ultimately scrapped. The city had provided allergen-free lunches that incidentally met Muslim dietary restrictions, but misinformation twisted this information and sparked xenophobic reactions. The Kita-Kyushu Municipal Board of Education clarified on September 22nd that no decision was made regarding Muslim-friendly lunches and expressed confusion over the misinformation's rapid spread. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, will end its JICA Africa Hometown initiative due to ongoing protests fueled by social media misinformation. JICA made its formal announcement on September 25th. The project aimed to connect 4 Japanese cities with African nations, but was wrongly viewed as a policy to promote immigration. Despite the significance of the initiative, protests led some cities to demand its cancellation. A statement from the Nigerian president's office with incorrect information heightened the backlash. Although officials denied that the program included any form of immigration, protests intensified. JICA and the ministry decided to cancel the initiative, citing the burden on local governments and misunderstanding caused by the term hometown. The Department of Homeland Security released a video that combines footage of arrests with imagery from the Pokemon anime captioned, "Gotta catch 'em all." This has prompted fans to urge the Pokemon company to sue, although Don McGowan, a former legal director, believes such action is unlikely due to the company's preference for privacy and the presence of many executives on green cards. McGowan noted the company's historical reluctance to act against unauthorized use, despite being proactive in other instances. The video includes prominent Pokemon branding and has sparked mixed reactions, with some users calling for legal actions against the DHS for what they see as misuse of Pokemon intellectual property. A Russian ballistic missile submarine was spotted near Japan's northern coast, highlighting Russia's demonstration of military strength in the Pacific. Russia operates a fleet that includes 3 Borei-class and 5 Borei-A-class submarines, each able to launch 16 missiles, with the capacity to carry 6 nuclear warheads per missile. President Vladimir Putin emphasized the strategic importance of submarines for national security in a recent meeting. Amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Russia remains active in the Indo-Pacific region, which Japan has labeled a significant security concern. Recently, Japan's defense ministry documented maritime movements, including 3 Russian vessels crossing the Soya Strait en route from the Sea of Okhotsk to the Sea of Japan. A 22-year-old Japanese man, Ryusei Yone, set a Guinness World Record by running 100 meters on all fours in 14.55 seconds. On Wednesday, he broke the previous record of 15.66 seconds set in 2022 in the US. He struggled to get his coordination right on his first 2 tries, but succeeded on his 3rd attempt. Yone expressed his pride after the run, saying he feels he has made history and aims to push even further. Yone has practiced this style of running for about 9 years, motivated by a teacher's comment about the speed of 4-legged animals. His world record win follows an unofficial record-breaking run he made last month. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending September 27th. These and other stories, and any local craft beer events going on around the Tokyo area, you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.